Hello and welcome to another update video about Enjin Coin. My last video I made yesterday, and yesterday we were at 187, and I told you about my next price target of $2. Now we didn't even see it actually. We just came through. We just went through straight away, and now we are here for a little bit of a retest. So I'm getting into that, but it is looking really good. Yesterday when I made that video, we were just about to break above that key level, and I made you aware of it as we were doing it, that we were breaking above that key level at 187. So whoever watched that video, and I don't know if you took any action, but that was a timely heads up before we then moved to $2, and actually even to $2.11 before we now are retracing a little bit. So if we apply the fib levels here from that most recent major beginning of the uptrend to where we are now, to 211, you know, we're currently finding actually support at the very first key Fibonacci retracement level that I'm using, which is the 0.214 Fibonacci retracement level. The next one would be the 0.382, which is at 197. So I think if we should we really fall below here, but we're currently finding support actually at a pretty high level, we are actually going to find support at $2 should we really lose that level, because $2 is that sort of psychological one. And you can see actually how we yesterday in that candle here tried to go through, but we had first of all resistance, but then the next candle actually went through nearly actually directly to $2.10. So looking really good, doing something similar like Harmony 1 at the moment, even Phantom pumping hard. So it's all looking good. What I mentioned actually in the video yesterday was the volume, which made me very, very confident. So I did mention that the volume is huge. The volume is absolutely huge. Look at that volume, and it's still there. But I did mention it yesterday. So looking all good, and I gave you the heads up yesterday. I just want to do this update video to confirm what we are doing and to take a look at the MACD, which is obviously slowing down a little bit, which is no surprise after such a pump. It's just that retracement. I mean, we're doing pretty much the same thing. Let me just take those fib levels out. Pretty much doing the same thing that we did here, right, in that area. So there you go. We had a bit of a retracement here. Pretty much the same thing we're doing. So this looking okay at the moment. We're even going up. Our momentum is going up. You can clearly see that. So at the moment, I don't see a sign of really slowing down. That is at the moment all within the scope of a normal retracement. I know people are starting to panic when we move higher, but as long as a trend is active, as long as a trend is running, ride the trend. But again, no financial advice. What is certainly happening as well, I did mention that yesterday as well in the video, this is coming just now or maybe in the next few hours, is this bullish crossover of the 20-day moving average, the blue line here, the light blue line, which is going to cross above the 200-day moving average. So that's some people call it a golden cross. It is a bullish crossover, which just indicates that we are in an uptrend. Basically, it's a lagging behind a little bit, but it's always considered as a buy signal, or at least a confirmation that an uptrend is going to continue. Now, what I really would love to see is a cross of the 50-day and the 200, where the 50-day moving average, which is that blue line here, is crossing above the 200-day moving average. Now, Enjin Coin, obviously very important for the NFT industry, you know, making NFTs sort of easier to adopt and to integrate. Very interesting, very important, and this has a bright future. I mean, NFTs are booming, and it will get more and more important in my view. So from a fundamental point of view, the project is also very good in my view. What we need to bear in mind is that, I just mentioned Harmony 1, and while Harmony 1 is in all-time high territory, what is with Enjin Coin? Enjin Coin isn't. So Enjin Coin is not in all-time high territory. We haven't even come above that level here at this key level here. And we haven't even come to close to the all-time high, which was at $4. Yeah, a little bit above $4, actually $4.03. So we are pretty much still in the beginning. So if you're wondering, you know, is it too late to get in? I leave that up to you. But from my point of view, it isn't. Especially considering that alt season is still coming. If you remember, we had that inverse head and shoulders, so many other cryptos broke out of it, and Enjin Coin has done now the same. So the next key level for me is here starting at 220. I think it's that range here that I would want to see us get through, between 220 and 230 actually. I mean, that is pretty much that range we need to get through for us to really continue, or even to fulfill that cup and handle, right? So Harmony 1 is just Harmony 1 has done the same, cup and handle, and Harmony 1 has actually just reached its target level of that cup and handle. So we have Enjin Coin in a cup and handle as well, and it's looking like Harmony 1 already broke a massive, did make a massive break to the upside, but actually is only broken out of this inverse head and shoulders. We still have that huge cup and handle, and obviously to make that happen, Bitcoin sort of needs to do what it's doing at the moment, just holding still or moving up and down a little bit. But if we have a larger correction, that could obviously make that all a bit difficult, but still it might extend it a little bit. But I think this has a bright future, given that the alt season is still coming, given that we are doing some really strong, that we have some really strong moves here at the moment. And yeah, that level is really starting from 220. I think certainly to 220 we should definitely get in the very next, in the very near future, 220, and from here on we will see, are we going to get through easily. But even from here, I think 220 is pretty much, it shouldn't really say that, but I think it's pretty much guaranteed. I think that is the next target in the current environment. You know, if things are changing, if Bitcoin is starting to drop suddenly, then obviously that will be reversed, and then we might take us a little bit longer to get there. But in this growing crypto market, this NFT market and everything, I think it's going to have a bright future. So let's take a look on the data, some indicators here. MACD is still looking very good. You know, the MACD is actually going up even. Look at where we were. I mean, from a level of the MACD, where we were here in March, where we were here in August, and where we are now. So there is a lot of scope still on the MACD actually to go higher. Yeah, so that is positive. That supports basically my view that we can go higher. The ADX is giving us a buy signal as well. Still a long signal here. We made that buy signal, I think, on the, let me just see. We had that cross here on the 2nd of October. Now we're on the RSI, we're getting into overbought territory. But again, look at where we were in March, much higher. And look at where we were in August, also higher. So there's even more scope here. Maybe to get up to the 80 level or 90 level. To be honest, most cryptos in a strong run get up to 80 anyway. 90 is the exception, but 80 is, yeah, you can sort of easily, you see that here. We got to the 80 level quite frequently in the past. So there's nothing unusual, even though from 70 you consider it overbought, but the crypto is a bit different. So yeah, that's pretty much Harmony, not Harmony 1. Talked about Harmony 1 before. This is Enjin Coin, looking good, 220 the next level. Now, people also want to know, you know, what happens if we drop? What happens if we drop? And let's go to the 4-hour chart before I finish this video. Should we really drop? Certainly, I think we'll first find support at this previous level here. First of all, I mean, $2, certainly, yeah. And should we drop further? I think 190 will be our key support here. These are these three highs here. Should we lose that, I think we'll get down to 174. And to be honest, we were there only a couple of days ago. So not too far away. All right, so hopefully you liked the Enjin Coin video. Yeah, if you did, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.